Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blast the Process. I'm your host, Lizstar, and with me, I have Drex. Hi, Drex.
Yo, what is going on, everybody?
I'm going pretty good. It's late. I might have been up all day doing this, but that's okay because I'm doing it for you, the viewer, because I like you a lot. But don't take that too seriously. So we're playing all Sega games all day, all night, just rocking around the clock. I'm tired as hell. And I've been asked to do commentary for this run, so that'll be great. If it's entertaining, that's what matters. We need another pony fiasco. Were you there for that earlier, Drex?
I sure wasn't.
Oh man, you were lucky. Everyone loved it. I was made a fool.
That's okay.
So Drex, if you'd like, you can go ahead and take it away, introduce yourself, whatever you'd like to do.
Yeah, so I'm Drex. Like Liz said, this is Puggsy. If you've never heard of Puggsy before, you're in for a treat. This is a very, very unique puzzle platformer. It also happens to be physics-based. It has total object interaction, which is trademarked by Traveler's Tales, believe it or not. So in this run, you'll see me doing some really crazy things that may not look as crazy as they actually are. I'll try to explain as much as I can, and Liz will help me out with that. But most importantly, in chat, we want to know what you think Puggsy is. That's the most important thing about this entire run, so feel free to let us know what you think. And if you're ready, Liz, I'm ready to give you the countdown.
Of course, I'll give you it. 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Yeah, so this is Puggsy. If you want the short and simple answer to what he is, he's a space hopper alien, but I don't think that's very creative or fun, so...
I think he's like one of those, you know, those like twirly things that you get at like carnivals or like circuses when you're a kid, and it's like lights up and it spins around. I think he's one of those in like a in some old pantyhose. It's like filled with beans.
Sounds about right. So on this level here, this is where you're going to start seeing some of the physics come into play. I'm going to use this barrel here to bounce up here. Usually you would just use that barrel, you'd stack up some barrels to get up there and just jump, but creative use of the physics there.
We're not really supposed to be able to do that kind of a jump. Basically, you're able to buffer your jump, and if you jump while also pushing down, so like you have the barrel, and you're like, oh, I'm going to push myself up, while also jumping at the same time, it allows you to go extra high, and allows you to jump over stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to. Oh, that's right, you don't do the same route that I do. I was like, what are you doing?
My route's a little different than the other people that run this game. My route's very similar in time, so it's just more of a personal preference kind of thing.
There are two main routes. Basically, there's an item called the boots, and the boots are... They allow you to go extra fast, but if you take any damage, then they're gone. You can get the boots a little early, or you can get them later. If you get them later, there's not much of a time loss, and it's a little bit safer. But I personally like to get the boots earlier. Yeah, it also makes this level a lot more fun. That level sucks without boots.
Yeah, so on this level, there's two objects that I have to get to the right side of the screen. A key and a axe. And usually, you would have to make a couple of trips, but if everything goes as planned here, I'm going to make a very precise throw.
It is way more difficult than it looks if he gets it first try. If he doesn't, it's as difficult as it looks.
We'll unlock the lock, and I got it.
Nice.
So now I can just walk over here freely. That's where I threw that key to. And then I get in here.
The physics are weird and they don't always work the same way, but we have general setups on where we should throw things. And the physics, we have a lot of tricks that you'll see where we bounce an object in such a specific way that it will land exactly where we need it to be.
This is the level where I'll get shoes in my route. Also get these swag sunglasses, so it's always important to have your swag on 100 when you are going fast. So, Puggsy...
I still need to make a perler of Puggsy while he's wearing the sunglasses. I've been meaning to, but he's just so weird. I don't know, something about his colors that are just off for perlering.
So the sunglasses give you an extra hit. As you've seen, there's no health bar or anything in this game, except for on boss fights. So the downside to that is, though, the sneakers also give you an extra hit, so you lose the sneakers first. The sneakers make you go twice as fast and jump twice as high. So your main objective once you get them is don't lose them. There are backup sneakers all over, so there's not really like certain marathon specific strats that are more safe than others, because you can kind of get back on track fairly easily. But it just sucks when you lose your sneakers.
Drex is indeed very good with this game. You're all in for a treat. It's kind of what you're known for. You're known as the Puggsy guy.
I'm the Puggsy guy, the grandfather of Puggsy. I played this game a ton when I was a kid, and it started off as a joke for me to start speedrunning this, and I just happened to get good at it and enjoy it, and it kind of got me into speedrunning, so...
If we bounce the if we push the like remote instead of just like throwing it down, it usually lands exactly where we need to. That's another little strat.
Yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit there, but this isn't super slow or anything like that. Uh-oh.
Hi, Sprockman, this game is Puggsy. I'm sorry for yelling.
Well, that's okay.
You do this way differently than I do. What the hell? Oh, okay.
I messed up, yeah.
You didn't do it right.
I messed up. I messed up. That's okay.
Like, what on earth?
So this is the second boss. Sorry, I didn't even explain the first boss. We just throw fish at the first boss. This boss, you step on these little pedals here, and it'll drop a ball down. Each switch corresponds to a different roof tile that opens up. And we do it in a very precise order so that we can get the boss to die on the right-hand side of the screen. So that way, when it goes into its death animation, it goes off the screen quicker.
You mean left hand?
No, on the right side, right side. So this was something that Off found out that I didn't initially have in my runs.
Oh.
Oh wait, you're right. It is the left-hand side.
Yeah, I was really confused. I was like, what do they do? Like, pick up speed? Yeah. Like, you know, they gotta build speed for 7 hours.
But, this boss isn't what it seems. Look at that. It was actually 3 raccoons on a unicycle in a big raccoon suit.
The most cute thing I've ever seen in my life.
Alright, so we got through... That's probably the most difficult level in the run before that boss. So now, we're kind of smooth sailing here. The run becomes a lot safer after that, basically. At least for my routing. With the other route that's out there, it's a little bit safer before this.
We're about to see water physics. The physics in this game are really off, and the water physics especially. You can kind of swim, and you can use it to like kind of boost up into what we'll see in the next level. And this is so obnoxious. It's a lot of like rocking on the D-pad that I literally broke 2 controllers while playing this game. They were old controllers, to be fair.
Alright, let's see if the duck is friendly to me, and it wasn't the greatest, but... The intended method of beating that level is ridiculous. I can't even get into it. You basically make a bridge of items across to get there. But because of the lovely physics, we can do that. This level, we just gotta get this key and take it over to the left here, so... Not too crazy. And coming up after this is the only level in the any % run where we take 2 exits in one level. So you're going to see me go to this level twice real quick. There's an exit on the bottom and an exit on the top, basically. And they're both pretty straightforward, but the upper one has a little neat trick. Okay, got it. Perfect. Alright. I'll go for the extra swag, super fast rooftop here. A very precise jump with this chest right here. If you can just clip up here. Nope, I didn't get it. Let me try one more time. There we go.
Nice.
Then you have some clouds that are smokestacks smoke chimneys. Chimneys, that's what they are. Chimneys with smoke. Those little smoke balls will take your shoes away from you, so you don't want to hit them. But if you just wait for that first one, you're in the clear. As long as you see that first one. The next level is kind of cool. It's another level where you're supposed to do some things with some objects, and we're going to just toss stuff around to complete the objective. So I got to light this match on fire to burn a rope downstairs, to let an anvil fall onto a catapult to launch a key at me. But I'm just going to take this torch here.
Swallow the fly to swallow
throw
the
it,
cat.
And a key magically appears. So
perfect.
Thanks so much.
That's what I said about throwing things in specific ways. Normally you would just carry the match over and, you know, actually use it on the rope, but why bother? Just have it be delivered to us. I hate this level with a burning passion.
Yeah, I went for a 1 coin open, which is something I haven't been able to replicate regularly, but I can do it quite often. But now I have to throw 7 of these coins into the chute to open this gate here.
Hope y'all like basketball.
Yeah, so if you like basketball, Puggsy is also a basketball game.
It is a very precise throw. I do a slightly different strat here. I do safety strat where I just kind of like let it cup in and push it in. Basically what he did on the first one, which is the setup to the one coin.
It is.
Yeah, they can be insanely rude. There's a setup for it in standing in like just the exact right spot and releasing at just the right time.
There we go. And now the worst thing in the entire run. So there's a mouse down here that has to kick this eyeball to a certain spot, and we'll see. Oh boy, we got lucky.
Nice.
Didn't even get to see what it can do to you. It controls you really bad. You can lose upwards of 1.5 minutes there if the eyeball goes to the wrong spot.
It basically, the mouse just moves and jumps randomly, so if it's on the left side as the eye falls down, it can just push it to the right and then just keep shoving it into that.
Yeah, basically the mouse goes back and forth down there, and it'll jump every 4 seconds. So, but once it hits the eyeball, it'll turn around, so it kind of resets its path. It's kind of bizarre. It's not really RNG, but it's really hard to time. So, this level here, I'm just dropping these sandbags or flour bags on the switches to open the door. So I just got to push these things in a certain order. It's nothing difficult.
It's the same speed every time, basically.
Yep.
I had a friend who'd hate if I ever called something like this an auto-scroller, but it's an auto-scroller.
Yeah, it's about as auto-scroller as this game gets. This level, I have to push these levers to control this... Oop, I messed up.
I love this boss.
To catch these flour bags, and then I just drop them on the head of the boss here. There's a very precise spot you have to lower the crane to, basically, to grab the flour bag. They definitely expected you to read the manual for this game, but even then, it's a lot of trial and error. I think that's why this game kind of gets a bad rap for being a not-so-fun or bad game, because it's very difficult and it's pretty obtuse. But once you learn it, it's really great.
When I first played this game, I heard it was good because I love Traveler's Tales and they make a lot of good stuff. So I was like, I'll try it out. I could not get past like the 3rd level. And since we're on like the 20th level, that isn't very far into the game. And it's mostly because I'm an idiot, but the game is very obtuse. Anyway, this level, this mummy just follows your movements, so you have to guide it. It jumps every, is it 4 seconds?
Yeah, every 4 seconds. So down below you can't see because I have my camera fixed on the mummy by using the remote. But I'm moving left and right to control just the direction in which the mummy's going, but it jumps on its own. This level is a little weird. I have to hit some balls into a teleporter to unlock a switch. Sometimes it works with you, sometimes it doesn't. That time it did not, so I've got to stop here. I'll lose a little bit of time here, but not too much. Probably lose about 8 seconds over getting it first cycle, but no big deal. And there's a second switch up there where I threw the ball. And now these 2 raccoons come down. The raccoon with the gun can only hit the switch on the right, and the raccoon with the mug can only hit the switch on the left. You want to hit the switch on the left to open the door. You just gotta wait for the mug guy to drop down. Otherwise, that other raccoon will eat you. Not fun.
This game did indeed have a Sega CD release.
Yep, there is a Sega CD version of this game, which I will be running soon.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
It has a few extra bosses, including one that's fully FMV.
There's also an Amiga version.
Which is really slow. I won't be speedrunning that.
I probably will at some point, because I'm an idiot.
This level, you just have to put these blocks onto the hole up here. You have to put them in a certain order, though. Otherwise, you get stuck. So you basically have to keep one with you, because you can't reach it without another one down there. Not too difficult. This boss, you gotta step on these switches to shoot plungers at the nose. And you can get a 2-cycle on this boss that's really precise, so that's what I'm going for here. I can still get the 2-cycle. It won't be the best 2-cycle, but...
Something to note, so there's a mode in this game called, is it Junior Mode?
Yeah, Junior Mode.
And it's just a few of the levels in the game, like kind of like randomly chosen almost, and they're just really easy. And this is the final boss of that, except it's like, it only has like 2 health.
Yeah.
There's a kind of almost joke category of playing that. It's like 3 minutes long.
Minute 30.
A minute 30, really?
Minute
oh my
30.
God.
This level, you're supposed to do all kinds of stuff with this ball to get over here. Also, I'll lose time to show you guys. This is Wiz's grave, and this is Liz's grave, so rip Wiz and Liz.
Wiz and Liz from earlier. They got a world record, and then they died. That's about how it goes.
This level, you just gotta keep the Grim Reaper from getting to you by shooting these stones down at it, and that should be good.
The aiming is kind of precise. You only need to hit like a few of them, and then the Reaper should be fine. But the shots are precise, and that Reaper is fast. It's a scary level if you miss,
so
like 1 or 2.
When I first started routing this game out, I actually did that level without sneakers because the Reaper runs as fast as you run. And it was easier to do without sneakers, so it took a while to perfect doing it with sneakers. This level's pretty straightforward. You're just running to the right and just avoiding everything. The next level, though, has a pretty neat thing in it.
Did you discover the trick?
Yeah, I did.
It's very impressive.
So in the next level, there's these 3 TNT dynamite things that you're supposed to use to blow up some lanterns along the way down. I'll show you guys those. You see them, it's these things right here. And then a minecart will come through and push the last piece of dynamite through. But by throwing one piece of dynamite very precisely, you can actually skip using the other dynamite and open up the door down there. So if all goes well, you'll see that.
How did you discover that? Was it completely by accident, or did you actually theory craft it?
The task did it, but what the task did was completely impossible because it like flew up. Did the item fly up and all kinds of stuff. So this was purely by me trying just trial and error.
So the physics in this game are a little whack, and basically the developers kind of already knew that everything was possible. So
there we go.
So, you know, everything is kind of accounted for, except there's one thing that the task can do that is not human viable. Basically, when you grab an item and it's like kind of a little like above you, Puggsy kind of moves in order to become neutral with that, so have it like in the middle. So if you release and grab one every frame and like move it up as you do so, you will just fly into the air, and that's how the task beats every level, is just to float through the air.
Yeah, obviously humans can't do that because it's like multiple inputs per frame. It's really, really crazy.
It's hilarious to watch, though. Good friend Sonic Star does that, has the task for that, as he does for like every game on the Sega Genesis.
This level you just gotta avoid these bouncing snowmen, so we just run in a certain specific timing there, and we pass them up.
Are you going to get the backup, or?
Oh, absolutely not. Rolling deep strats only right now.
Good luck.
All right,
that's strong of you.
This level, I just gotta get this TNT from this guy here to blow up this volcano entrance.
To explain real quick, there's a secret exit to that previous level that gives you a very, very quick and easy boots to grab. Otherwise, you have to travel all the way back to the village from earlier.
Oh, all right. This is everybody's favorite boss right here, Twinkle Toes. Really known as Halitosis the Dragon. You can hit this boss twice, but I'm probably not going to get any double hits because, you know.
It's not, I don't know how you describe it, kind of frame perfect. Basically, like, the timing window is so slow, so, like, small that you have to hit the dragon basically on the first frame he's able to actually be open, and then also on the last frame. It is very precise.
Yeah, it's double frame perfect, so it's real fun to do.
It's also kind of hard to tell when Twinkle Toes is going to stop twinkling his toes and just stand and open his mouth. It's not an easy trick to do, and occasionally you'll get one and you'll be like, oh yeah, it's just saved like a bunch of time. I've gotten it, I think, once.
I think in my PB I have 3 double hits, which is almost perfect.
That is amazing.
Off has 4, and it saves like 10-12 seconds. It's pretty crazy. Saves a lot of time. This level I have to shoot these ghosts with this zapper gun and put specific tiles on the wall in certain spots to open the door. So the tiles you need are M, R, and C. No idea what they mean, what they stand for, but they go in those spots and open the door. The next level, this is another big skip, probably the biggest skip I found in the game. We thought it was task viable only, but I found a way to do it. So I'm going to take this here and skip a big puzzle. Normally you need to do a bunch of stuff here, but I'm just going to do this and right out of there. Normally you have to collect 3 different items, put them in a pot, and make a potion, which makes Puggsy super light and super fast, and he can fly over that hole, but I just tossed...
Very, very nice.
I just toss those down there and jump off of it on the up.
It's a really precise jump. It's not too hard to learn. I was really scared about it. There is a backup strat that I did where basically you use that same box to just kind of finagle your way up using shoddy hit detection and all that. This level was a run killer for a while. Yeah,
so this bird does whatever it wants, like most birds. So as you can see, that bird didn't want to go up, so we could go under it, so I just jumped on top of it, took care of it that way. But sometimes you can get underneath that bird, which is the fastest thing to do, but it wasn't too bad. Right, we have to take one of these with us to get out of the level. Yeah. Next level is this level here is pretty straightforward. If you have sneakers, you just jump across a couple of pits here, you pick up this item here, and you zip line right across. Super easy level. The next level, we have to do a little bit of back and forth, up and down an elevator, basically, to get a certain item to pop out of these tubes. So we just alternate putting the item in the tubes, and we'll eventually get what we need. There's a few enemies on the level that try to give you a hard time, but you can deal with them pretty easily.
This level sucks.
Yeah, there's no way to do it faster. I've tried everything. So it's unfortunate, but it's a nice relaxer, breather before the last couple levels, which are pretty rough, so... So yeah, I took the circle, it turned into a heart. I'll put it on the other side here. It's going to turn into a triangle, I believe. It'll turn into a square, and then a diamond, and then a 6-sided hexagonal nut. Which is what we need to get out of the level. You're given a little hint as to what you need to do down here with the number 6 on by the door and that question mark. So yeah, square. This level's real fun.
It is a triangle. At least that's my thought, is the triangle. The idea is that it's getting 1 extra point every single time it goes through this. I can't imagine being a kid and in this level. It's like, what the hell do I do?
There we go, we get out that way. Alright, this level is really tough, so I'm gonna probably be quiet for this level.
I can go ahead and explain. Basically, this level uses a balloon, which we've seen a few times, to push a key up, and then we have to grab that key. The timing is precise because there's a bunch of enemies, and also, if we try and take the key through the wrong way, we make the level unwinnable.
So I got it. Perfect.
Nice.
If you hit the switch with an item there, you drop through the floor, so that's why you have to do that.
And those jumping up and hitting those bears while you're actually like in that small corridor is pretty tricky. It's pretty easy to accidentally hit them.
This level I have to launch a cannonball out of this cannon over here to get past a fan, so it's not too difficult. Oh boy. I say it's not too difficult and then I miss it. You buffer your grab and just grab the cannonball out of midair there, but I jumped a little early. No big deal. The nice thing about this game is you can restart any level at any time, so if you mess something up, you're fine. Just restart. Don't beat yourself up over it. Oh boy, of course I lost sneakers there.
Oh.
Alright, so I gotta go back and get sneakers real quick. No big deal. And I didn't get the secret exit over there, so I gotta go all the way back over here to grab sneakers.
Honestly, it feels like it would almost be faster not to. We only have 2 more levels.
Yeah. It's slightly quicker if you have the secret level unlocked.
Yeah.
But no big deal.
You can go through that raccoon girl at the start?
Yeah.
I've always been like nervous by her. I'm like, oh gosh, she's going to hit me. I have to jump over her, but it's weird.
Alright, in this level, there's really no good way to explain this. I have to push this spiky ball with an object because you can't pick it up, and I have to just get it up here, and I just basically have to, you just have to do it. There's no like real easy setup for it or anything like that. It's just something you have to do. Uh-oh.
A good thought is if it's on top, you can kind of like make it bounce over to the right.
Get it stuck here though, you have to do a little bit of bouncing.
Yeah, like trying to get it to bounce so that you can then like bounce it up. This is by far, in my opinion, other than the mouse level, the worst level in the game. It is so obnoxious. Nice. And we set up that barrel at the beginning, like you saw. Oh no. Oh no.
That's a worst case scenario right there. You hate to see that happen.
Oh, you really hate to see that. That is... We set up the barrel at the beginning so that this doesn't happen, basically.
Yeah, and it found a gap to get through.
It found a way. Life finds a way.
This should be fine though. Maybe. There we go.
Nice.
Right, and then we have the maze here, and then time will be coming up pretty quick after the maze here. We have one final boss left, but the boss is pretty trivialized by a hint that is actually given in the credits of the game. So
it flat out says to stand in a specific area and the boss won't be able to hit you. So it's entirely developer planned, which I find amazing. I think it's a great hint to those who like a nice little like, hey, you want to play the game again? Well, to you, kid.
Yeah, so this is the last boss. There's our ship. Our wooden spaceship is hanging there in the background. This big raccoon, he doesn't want us to have it, so he's going to shoot laser beams out of his eyes to try to stop us. He'll also drop tons of our biggest adversary in the run, the spiky ball, at us, but just dodge it. And then we stand right here, and look at that. He hits himself. What a fool. So you just got to rinse and repeat on that 4 times, and then you beat the game. Yeah, so anybody out there is interested in learning this run, you can find me on Discord, my Twitch channel, wherever. I'm more than happy.
Drex also made a tutorial. It's kind of outdated, but that's how I learned, and it's a good starting point.
Yeah. I would love to see more people running this game, though. It's super fun, super rewarding run. Time is coming up right about now. Time.
GG.
Yeah, that's Puggsy.
That is Puggsy indeed. Great run. Very good, except for just a few mistakes. That spiky ball is just the worst. Just flat out the worst.
I'll let the credits play out here for you guys because they are real special. Anybody who's familiar with like the demo scene kind of things, that's what these credits are. They're definitely special. But yeah, if you like obscure games and going fast, I definitely recommend checking this out. It's definitely an easier speed run than it is a casual playthrough.
I agree. Once you know what you're doing, the game gets way better.
And there we go. Puggsy has escaped with the spaceship and is off to view some more of the universe. Look out for Puggsy Part 2 coming soon. You can tweet at JohnTT, which is John from Traveler's Tales, and ask him Puggsy Part 2 when. There he is, John Burton.
He does not answer our calls.
He doesn't. I don't know if he's ashamed of Puggsy or if, I don't know. Matt Furness, who did the soundtrack in this game, did a lot of other really good soundtracks, so if you're wondering why is the music so good, it's because of Matt Furness.
Traveler's Tales was just incredible.
This game has been Jamie tested. One person did all the testing on this game, apparently, for this. But yeah, that's Puggsy. If you guys feel like running it, just get a hold of me. Answer any questions you have. I'm easily findable on Discord. I'm in the Blast the Process Discord. Just look for Drex, or you can find me on Twitch. Twitch channel is DDRREEXX. And yeah, it's been fun. Appreciate y'all having me.
Glad to have you.
And that's all I got.
Excellent run again, Drex. Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching Blast the Process. We're continuing on in just a moment with Rambo 3 by My Two Dogs. But with that, it is about time for me to slam my face into my pillow and go the hell to bed. So I will see you all tomorrow. I'll be following up at the very end. I started the run. I started the marathon, and I will end it. But until then, we're coming up with, I think, pancakes. Might be Jintetsu. We're not sure yet. So someone will be your host for the coming little bit. But good night, everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the marathon.